Yeah.
2 minutes literally can change your life.
Everyone wants to be number one, and you gotta fight for yourself.
I was mesmerized. This is my favorite season of Talent. She has 3 Grammys, 16 ACM Awards, CMAs, 14 AMAs, and the Kennedy Center Honors.
But there's still one left.
Reba McEntire joins The Voice this fall on NBC.
Not yet, Reba.
Sorry.
American Ninja Warrior. All new. Monday at 8, 7 Central.
Check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response.
Perimeter secure.
Remember, Amera guards it.
Local news that matters. This is Ksee 24 News at 11.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Jennifer Ortega. New at 11, over 90 people are dead with roughly 1,000 still missing after wildfires tore through parts of Maui and devastated the town of Lahaina this past week. But now organizations in the valley are stepping up to help. Ben Morris joins us live in the studio. Ben, there's more relief on the way.
With search and rescue efforts continuing and with so many without shelter, volunteers from the local Red Cross and California Fire Foundation are both on the ground in Maui and doing whatever they can to help remotely.
School starts tomorrow for some of these communities, and so they're trying to help people get back to normalcy as best as they can. We're providing a roof over their heads, food, meals, water, snacks, a place to charge their phone.
Here's the heartbreaking scene volunteers from the Central Valley Red Cross are seeing as they get to work in affected areas of Maui. In Lahaina, the Red Cross reports more than 2,200 structures, mostly homes, have been destroyed.
Volunteers who have just said the gratitude that they're feeling from the displaced residents, the community, it's what makes it worthwhile, but it's also really hard to go into these areas, see the devastation firsthand.
Taylor Poisal with the Red Cross says there is currently 1 volunteer from Fresno and 3 from Bakersfield in Maui. She says it's all they can send as others have to stay prepared for local wildfire season in a year that has seen $1 billion disaster after another. And you can help their efforts.
The best way to help is to make a financial donation. It helps us get assistance into the hands of people quickly. It also helps the local economy, which is going to take years to recover.
The California Fire Foundation also joining in to help. The nonprofit, which provides financial and emotional assistance to firefighters, their families, and communities, has now set up a disaster relief fund for the people of Maui.
To the people of California, nobody has more experience with wildfire than we do. We've lived with it. We've grown up with it. It's tragic. This would be a time, $5, $10, any little bit helps.
If you would like to donate to the Red Cross or the California Fire Foundation, you can find a link to do so on our website, yourcentralvalley.com. Reporting in studio, Ben Morris, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
All right, Ben, thank you. Some good information. And help for Maui isn't just coming from the Central Valley or through government programs, but also from all across the state. Businesses like Big Wave Coffee House are sending a portion of the sales they make for cups of coffee to the fire victims and their recovery. The coffee house is inspired by Hawaii and all of it has to offer. So the owner says they wanted to do more than just thoughts and prayers. One Lahaina native is a frequent customer with the coffee shop and says all the proceeds are helpful and necessary for his homeland.
You see stuff on TV as far as natural disasters and all this stuff, and you feel for the people, but actually living and being through it, it's surreal. The aloha, like, it's not just something that's said, it's something that's like felt. So I've been feeling aloha like everywhere.
Now, locally, there are some restaurants and chains that were sending a portion of their sales to Hawaii and the fire survivors. Hawaiian Barbecue is also sending a portion of their Friday sales to the island. If you know of any restaurants sending money, please let us know so we can spread the word. A 3-dog deployment team are already in Maui helping officials not only search for those survivors, but unfortunately those who couldn't make it out of the fire fast enough. Dogs like Apprentice are trained not only to alert officials of people that need help, but they also specialize in searching for human cremation remains inside homes or buildings. It's FEMA's hope that these dogs can be a safer alternative to finding people and bringing closure.
We want to get to work. We want to see how many people we can help out there, bring closer to those family members. And with the support of these dogs, hopefully nobody gets injured. And we just try to do the best we can.
There are still hundreds of people missing from the fire, and these dogs and their handlers will be in Lahaina for at least 2 weeks. A full mass this morning at Holy Spirit Church as students head back to school on Monday. Organizers say students were able to bring their backpacks to the mass, and Bishop Brennan blessed each backpack at the end of the ceremony. Students of all ages came out and were able to place their empty bags on a table in front of the hall on their way in, and they say this is a way to send children in the Central Valley to school with a small reminder that their friends are praying for them.
I think it's wonderful. I couldn't imagine a better thing to send them off to school with, and like they know that they're just being loved and cared for and prayed for by the whole parish, and that's just a wonderful sentiment to send your kids back to school.
They say they want kids to head to school with a sense of confidence and community as they start this new school year. And as kids go back to school in the Valley, a mom with a message when it comes to the harms of bullying. She has 5 kids and one with autism, and she says her daughter with autism has been picked on for years. Her pain even motivated her to write a book called Don't Bully Me Because I'm Different. Tonight she shares her message of kindness and acceptance as she also pushes for more resources for families dealing with autism.
You ready?
There have been more than 5,000 views on this video alone, showing LaShawn Tony's autistic daughter, Georgia, having a meltdown.
I wanted to help other parents, and I wanted to let them know they're not alone, and what they feel is valid.
LaShawn is the mother of 5 kids. Georgia is her youngest at 14.
I noticed things were different. She was my youngest, so that's when I was like, something's not right.
LaShawn tells me Georgia was misdiagnosed multiple times before finally, at 2 years old, a doctor diagnosed her with autism.
I was shocked. I couldn't believe what I was going through, so I was like, there's no way possible anybody out here could be going through what I'm going through.
LaShawn admits she didn't have the resources needed to help and understand her daughter. Feeling hopeless, she turned to YouTube. There, she started to share videos of Georgia in hopes it would help her and others.
I wanted to be honest. I wanted to be raw. I wanted to tell the truth, good, the bad, the ugly, all of it.
In just 6 months, her YouTube channel quickly gained more than 14,000 subscribers.
I need people to know what we go through, so when you see us, we gain more empathy. We gain more understanding of what us parents go through behind closed doors.
Seeing and hearing from others about how their child is treated, bullied, and hearing their own struggles with resources motivated LaShawn to write 2 books. One about Georgia's journey, the other about bullying. Both shine a light on how to treat and even speak to someone on the spectrum.
My daughter is nonverbal. She don't really speak much. She don't write or anything, but her signature is in every copy.
Danielle is the main character in her second book. It tells a story of a mom learning that her autistic child is being bullied in school and how it affects the whole family.
You're just as bad as the bully if you stay. So I wanted to just bring that out to try to help our kids realize what your words and your actions can do and how they can affect someone.
Between the books and her YouTube channel, LaShawn says hundreds of families have reached out, saying through her own experiences, it's helped them through the tough times.
I've had people tell me that Georgia is an autism angel and she was sent here to help us, and they're thanking me once again for being so raw and telling the truth and showing this side of autism.
She says it's days like this that those around, whether it's at a grocery store, the mall, or at school, she hopes people treat her daughter or another person struggling with autism with patience.
Fresno 97, Madera 95, Merced 94. Here's your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Top pollens are ragweed and juniper. Looks like we're in the medium to high levels for the next couple of days. Your complete forecast coming up after this.
Hey, what's up, Dad? Hey, what's going on? I just got put on scholarship right now.
All your hard work paid off.
Yeah, my dad doesn't have to pay for school and stuff anymore.
With the pride of the Valley, we rise together. Boldly driven by our mission to elevate the minds of the next generation. We create championship experiences for student athletes through community donations. Contributions to the Bulldog Foundation help students succeed. Get involved. Donate today.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is your last chance to save big on summer's top styles with 0% interest for 60 months. Shop Labor Day Hot Buys, all just $5.98 each. And featured finds starting at only $17 per month or $9.99.99. Only at Ashley.
Mid-Valley Disposal and the Kalpakoff family have been environmental leaders for decades. Our recycling and organics processing facilities are located in the heart of the Central Valley. Recyclables are sorted and sent out to be made into new products. Green waste and food waste are sent to our Kerman's Best compost facility to help fertilize valley crops. Proper sorting helps everyone meet California. You continue to do yours. Learn more at midvalleydisposal.com.
What you doing out there?
Taking the scenic route. I know this looks like a summer blockbuster, but this is a Nissan sales event tag. With 5 drive modes, this Nissan Rogue gives the performance of a lifetime. Now comes the real star of the show.
Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims or get a low $294 per month lease on Altima.
Better hurry. These offers won't get a sequel.
If you have heart disease and are on a statin, lowering cholesterol can be hard. Diets and exercise add to the struggle. Today, it's possible to go from struggle to cholesterol success with Leqvio. With a statin, Leqvio is proven to lower bad cholesterol by over 50% and keep it low with 2 doses a year. Common side effects were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. Ask your doctor about twice-yearly Leqvio. Lower, longer Leqvio.
Ashley's Labor Day mattress celebration is going on now. Right now, you can save $1,000 on select mattresses. Plus, get 0% interest for 60 months on in-store mattress purchases. Visit your local Ashley store for better sleep and savings. Only at Ashley.
Welcome back. I want to start out with our weather headlines. We do have possible showers in the mountains for the next several days. We'll want to keep an eye on that. Of course, there is a warming trend starting tomorrow and above average temperatures as we head into that work weekend. Here we go. Those triple digits will return. I mean, it is summer. It's what we expect for this time of year. Now, taking a look at our Valley camera, sponsored by Eagle Mountain Casino. This is right here out of our studios. A beautiful evening out there, but still relatively warm outside. Temperatures right now in Fresno, 89 degrees, 80 in Madera, Merced, 80. So we're seeing 80s across the board, even some 90s in a couple of areas. Hanford coming in at 91 at this hour. Our future forecast for the next 48 hours, we are seeing a little bit of cloud coverage move through the area. By the time we get to Tuesday, those clear skies open up again. So it's going to be pretty nice. We'll just have to get through a couple of days of some clouds and a little bit of showers moving through the valley. But overall, it's going to be a pretty nice week. Our average high for this time of year is 97 degrees, and we've hit that average again. 97 was our high today. That sunset for tomorrow will be at 7:51 p.m. Now, taking a look at our air quality, we're in the yellow again for today. Merced, Madera, Fresno, Kings, and Sequoia all seeing that yellow for those sensitive groups, but Tulare a little tougher for that air quality, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. As for your overnight lows, Tulare 69, Visalia 72, Hanford 71, Selma 71, Fresno 75. So we're in the high 60s, mid-low 70s for most of the valley across the board. Merced coming in at 72 degrees for that overnight low. For tomorrow afternoon highs, we're going to see those triple digits in some areas. Chowchilla will hit 105, Madera 106, Fresno 105, Selma 106, Hanford 106 as well. So we're seeing triple digits in the valley and the mountains, a little bit less, but again, it's going to be pretty warm all across the valley to start that work week. For tonight, what we're seeing is that 75 degrees, clear skies, what we've been seeing most of the evening so far. A light wind, 9 miles per hour, but for tomorrow, like I mentioned, those triple digits are going to continue again. 105 will hit tomorrow with some light winds, 8 miles per hour, but we're not seeing a whole lot of relief. It's going to be a hot one again tomorrow. And it's just going to start to crank up a little bit more. By Tuesday, we can hit 106 and again 105 on Wednesday. It's going to be hot. We're going to continue to 104 by Thursday. Friday and Saturday, that's when we'll see the 90s possibly pop back up. 98 for Friday and hey, even a 92 on there for Sunday. Our lows are in the 70s. And Angelique Martinez joins us now with what's coming up in sports.
Yeah, Jen, we've got a lot of football news tonight, including Derek Carr's first game as a Saint. We've got highlights as Carr and Jake Haener both contributed to the Saints' preseason win over the Chiefs. More on that coming up next in Sports Central.
C24 is your local weather authority. C24 is your local weather authority, always the most accurate. And now the Chuck Chansey Getaway Forecast gives exclusive regional information for your weekend. AJ Rubin and the Chuck Chansey Getaway Forecast is all you need, and it's all on KC24, your local weather authority. KC24 News is brought to you in part by Whole House Fan Company Central Valley.
Hey, stop. Found it. Is that good? I can't tell.
There's no such thing as out of bounds. Find adventure at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
With our Valley Heat, you need a Whole House fan from House Fan brings instant comfort throughout your home, improves indoor air quality, eliminates odors, extends the life of your AC system, and can drastically slash your AC bill. Right now, the first 25 installs get up to $600 off select models. Why suffer the Valley Heat when you can call the most experienced professionals and installer at Whole House Fan Company Central Valley, making home cool and comfortable since 1982.
Some days your body is a temple, and some days the temple wants sugar. You might relieve stress naturally on Monday and plan for it on Tuesday. Because being human isn't always so fries or salad. Sometimes it's both. So relax with essential oils or a glass of cab. With traditional medicine and alternative remedies, there's no wrong way to treat life at Rite Aid. Come into Rite Aid today for your shingles vaccine. Schedule ahead or just walk in.
Some people love adventure, and then there's Gilbert. Who knows what brought him to Table Mountain? But one thing for sure, it wasn't confidence. He looked around. What catches his eye? Blackjack. His first hand, 2 aces. So naturally, he splits them.
The book says to split them.
And guess what? Hits on both, gets paid. Hey, Gilbert, meet adventure. Another lucky day. Table Mountain Casino Resort.
Went shopping for tires, tried to save a buck. Now I'm stranded on the roadside, down on my luck. Should have gone to Carol's, now I'm paying my dues. Should have gone to Carol's, instead I got the flat tire blues. Don't buy tires or wheels till you check their prices.
I'm saving with Liberty Mutual, Mom. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. You could save $700 just by switching.
Oh, let me put a reminder on my phone. On the top of the pile.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
The first week of the NFL preseason wrapped on Sunday, and both Derek Carr and Jake Haener helped guide the Saints past the Kansas City Chiefs. Former Bulldog Derek Carr taking the field for the first time as a Saint. Opening drive, Saints in the red zone. Carr drops back, finds Keith Kirkwood in the end zone for 6. It's a 7-0 New Orleans lead. Carr went 6 of 8 for 70 yards and a touchdown on his first and only drive of the game. Later, it's 17-7 Saints, and it's the rookie out of Fresno State, Jake Haener, in at QB now. After an early 3-and-out, it's fellow Bulldog Nico Remigio back for the punt return for Kansas City. Fourth quarter, now 24-17 KC. Haener and the Saints knocking on the doorstep. He rolls out, hits free agent Ellis Merriweather. New Orleans now trails by 1. The Saints try to go for 2 here, but they can't get it done. And that's it. The Saints beat the Chiefs in the preseason 26-24.
You know, everything was new. So for me to get out there, more importantly, and play football, you know, in the stadium, this time when it wasn't loud, and we can operate and do those kind of things. It was important to me to do that. It doesn't matter how old I am and how many years I played in the NFL, to do it with a new group, all new receivers, you know, and for everyone to be in there and playing. I think is a mark of this team that we just, any chance we can get to go out there and coach will let us, you know, we just want to compete and play.
Taking a look at how all the former Bulldogs did in this Chiefs-Saints preseason matchup, Jake Haener went 10 for 17, passing for 105 yards with a touchdown and also an interception. Again, Derek Carr finished 6 of 8 for 70 yards and a touchdown, and Nico Remigio led the Chiefs in receiving yards with 71 on 4 receptions. Former Bulldog linebacker Michael Walker was let go by the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday. Despite starting in 20 games for ATL over the last 3 seasons, last year he had 107 tackles with a sack and 2 interceptions. Walker was drafted in 2020 in the 4th round to the Falcons. Now with less than a month until the start of the 2023 season, he'll be looking for a new team. Checking in with some current Bulldogs. We're just a few weeks away from the start of the Fresno State football season on September 2nd. As fall camp continues, the quarterback competition is heating up. The Dogs held their first scrimmage of the preseason on Saturday night, and head coach Jeff Tedford isn't revealing anything just yet on who will be QB1.
The quarterback situation is very close. Okay, that's all. When we name a starter at one point, we can ask a question as many ways we want to ask it, but the offense is no different than with either guy in there.
Nothing to do it for sports. Ksee 24 News continues after this.
Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by Mid-Valley Disposal.
From the fiery depths of the Devil's Kitchen, jalapeno, habanero, and pepper jack tormented the mouths of the brave few who dared to eat it. And soon, the blazing hot flavor of Carl's Jr.'s El Diablo burger will be gone.
Until next time. Excitement comes standard with the Honda Accord. So does a turbocharged engine. Sophisticated. High-tech. Style that enhances functionality. Stand out with the Honda Accord. And in Car and Driver 10 Best History. Contact your Honda dealer today or shop online.
News Nation tomorrow in a live town hall event. Vivek Ramaswamy, entrepreneur and political outsider, facing off one-on-one with undecided voters as he tries to seize momentum in the 2024 race, fighting to become the Republican nominee for president. Facing your questions for the first time live in a national cable exclusive. Leland Vittert hosts the News Nation Town Hall. Vivek Ramaswamy live tomorrow at 9/8 Central, only on News Nation.
Carl's Jr. is spicing up the all-day 2 for $5 deal savings. Try a new spicy little cheeseburger, spicy chicken sandwich, cheeseburger, or French toast dips, and more. Pick any 2 all day, $5.
Summer won't last forever, but during Toyota's national sales event, you can make memories that will.
Come on. There you go.
Where's my mom? Just be in the moment.
Get low 3.99% APR financing on the spacious Highlander and adventure-ready RAV4. Or lease a RAV4 for as low as $379 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
This is Ksee 24 News at 11.
We've seen so much destruction and heartache in Hawaii, but we've also seen so much heart. People are coming together in the aftermath of the wildfires. Tom Llamas has the details.
Tonight, the power of the wildfires that are burning in Maui being met with an equal force, not seen but felt. The massive volunteer and charity effort, all part of the Ohana spirit, the life force that fuels this island chain. It means if you're here, you're family.
And what is the Ohana spirit?
Ohana is Ohana means family. You do whatever you can to help out your family.
That love and care playing out across Hawaii.
We're connected by, one vision, all helping each other out.
Put into practice here by volunteers like Layla Larson, gathering supplies for those who lost everything.
Maui is coming in strong. Maui is coming together.
Postal worker Mara Gomes still delivering mail, making sure despite the tragedy, this community stays connected.
What's been the toughest part so far?
The toughest part is seeing all the families not here that I used to wave at, or the 2 little kids up the street run to me and grab their mail.
Also not forgotten, beloved pets displaced by the fires. Maui Humane Society's Katie Shannon and her team working around the clock, providing food, medicine, and medical care.
We know that rebuilding Maui and rebuilding Hawaii in this is going to take an island. And so what we are trying to do is to work together as much as possible.
One island coming together and embracing everyone as family.
Start your day with Ksee 24 to get all the local news that matters on Ksee Sunrise.
Stop right there. This week, the Denny's Super Slam is only $9.99. Hungry for all your breakfast favorites? When you want America's biggest breakfast for only $9.99 at Denny's,
it's diner time.
Now open really late.
Water. All of life depends on it. Hotter, drier weather is now our reality. So, for the love of water, let's use it wisely. For the love of water, California, let's make conservation a way of life. Find ways to conserve at saveourwater.com.
Ooh, there's only 2 chairs left. You better hurry.
Expect from the ultimate electric driving machine. Not today, brother.
Go, 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 go. You got this. Mom? You snooze, you lose.
C'est la vie, as I always say. Dad, you've never said that before.
Never. The BMW Electric Summer On Sales event is on now. Lease the 2024 BMW iX Drive 50 for $799 per month now through September 4th.
Ventura TV is your low-price leader for brand-name appliances in the Valley. Save on Whirlpool's French door refrigerator, priced so low the big box stores just can't compete. Buy this 4-door fridge for $320 less than the chain stores at just $30.99. It's in stock and ready for pickup or delivery and installation. Hurry, shop online, call us, or visit our showroom, because at this price, we'll sell out fast. Ventura TV, your local low-price leader since 1951.
Next week on Sunrise, the Valley is headed back to school. We're going to be right here every step of the way.
Tune in for tips and tricks for making lunches to your morning commute.
You won't want to miss it. All that and more next week on Sunrise. We'll see you then.
A good turnout at the Fresno County Search and Rescue Wild Run today to support a good cause. Take a look at these crowds. The Fresno County Sheriff's Office hosted the annual fundraiser to support the volunteers who help find those who become lost in the wilderness. Participants were able to be a part of either a half marathon, a 10K, 5K, or 2-mile hike. The starting point was a quarter mile north of Dinky Creek Road and Fishing Club Road near Shaver Lake, and those taking part got a t-shirt, a medal, and got to enjoy some barbecue for lunch. Organizers say the event is fun for the entire family. And we want to take a final look at that 7-day forecast. It's going to be a hot start to our work week. Monday, 105. Tuesday, we'll crank up to 106, and then we're still feeling that 105 by Wednesday. Thursday, still a hot one, and even by next weekend, we'll be in the 90s, but it'll cool down a little bit heading into Saturday and Sunday, even a 92 on that forecast. And that does it for us here in Ksee 24 News. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Mid-Valley Disposal and the Kalpakoff family have been environmental leaders for decades. Our recycling and organics processing facilities are located in the heart of the Central Valley. Recyclables are sorted and sent out to be made into new products. Green waste and food waste are sent to our Kerman's Best compost facility to help fertilize valley crops. Proper sorting helps everyone meet California sustainability goals. We promise to do our part while you continue to do yours. Learn more at midvalleydisposal.com.
If you have heart disease and are on a statin, lowering cholesterol can be hard. Diets and struggle to cholesterol success with Leqvio. With a statin, Leqvio is proven to lower bad cholesterol by over 50% and keep it low with 2 doses a year. Common side effects were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. Ask your doctor about twice-yearly Leqvio. Lower, longer Leqvio.
We're for the fashion forward and